Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
I had to get out of the house. It was too hot, even with the door open. I'm still too hot. It's like my body is warmer than it usually has been, and I don't think it's the coffee. It's definitely not the weather. I'm not even wearing a hoodie, or a cap, or anything I would normally love to wear this time of year. Yeah. It's all for making Diana and her family warmer. And, of course, creating a warm home, which I can't be in, 'cause I'm sweating. I know, it's like first world problems, but you gotta understand, I apparently overheat easily. My car's still cool. I might have gained a little weight over last year, but I don't think I'm that much heavier. I've got to return some hardware. I no longer need it. This is the time of year that I start getting rid of extra equipment that I no longer need or use. I've upgraded, or I just don't use the things that I've attained. So, if you keep your eye on social, you may just see an opportunity to pick up something that I once used. Ah, technology. It turns over so quickly. I may have to give some of it away. To the supernomies, at least those who have pledged at a certain tier. That's a bonus. Apparently, I have a big friend in William E. Beachley Jr., a.k.a. Webb Jr., 1977. He just made my day. Thank you. It's the only kind of coin I care to collect. Something with Darth Vader on it. I'd much rather be recording this shot from outside, but I can't get the same angle, so pardon the window reflections. It's a little Jedi bear. Oh, was the light in your eyes? Does that help? Do you need a binky? You know what we should do is we should make a binky lightsaber so we could modify it and it makes it look like you've got a lightsaber in your mouth.
How about a little lamb?
We've learned that when she gets fidgety, she's ready for a binky. Or food. Mommy's left us to our own devices, but only for a little while. They'll be back soon. Old Mother Hubbard went to her cupboard to fetch her poor dog a bone. But when she got there, her cupboard was bare, and what kind of person leaves bones in the cupboard anyhow? Sorry, bud. No bones for you today. Or you either, Pixie. Looks like you're joining me for the podcast today. You ready for this? Am I ready for this? For the next month, we're giving away more Intel Android tablets. Yay! Shh, Pixie, walk lighter. Okay, Wicket, don't bark. Even if you hear something. Which might include Pixie's tail wagging. We just wrapped up a 45-minute podcast. I think one of the best topics that I covered today was talking about innovation. And I think a lot of people put too much weight behind the idea that companies and entities have to constantly be churning out new things, like at breakneck speed, year after year, if not month after month, and it just doesn't work that way. I don't know how to best explain this. If you like something, and you like it to the point where you don't want to let it go, and let's say a new thing comes along, and it's kind of like the thing that you like, but it's just a little different, well, you may be inclined to move to the new thing. Now imagine that new thing comes along to replace the old thing, and the new thing is radically different, and you don't know whether or not that's a good thing. And sometimes changing things needs to happen if people stop liking the thing that you thought they liked. 3 years. I think that's when innovation usually takes hold. And it's never happening in lockstep. It's a series of changes that happen over time that add up. This is one of the reasons why for years I would not even bother upgrading anything apart from maybe once every 3 years, because every 3 years some of the things that are worth upgrading usually change. And even if it's a small change, sometimes it's a change worth latching onto, especially if you like the thing that you wanted to upgrade. Whether we're talking about technology or anything. I love seeing new inventions. I love seeing the world become a better place because of how humans are making it a better place. Why are there so many Songs about rainbows and what's on the other side. Rainbows are visions, but only illusions, and rainbows have nothing to hide. So we've been told, and some choose to believe it. I know they're wrong, wait and see. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. This dots and lines piece of art is going out to Joe Blau. And then I'm going to do one for Andy Green. Andy C.D. Green. He's the one who sent me one of the minifigures that I did not yet have. He's another adult fan of Lego. I really do enjoy creating these. It's like the more the world becomes digital, the more I want to become analog. No cigar, no lady on his arm, just a guy made of dots and lines. Just a guy made of dots and lines. You see, someday, and I realize this is kind of a macabre thought, I'll be dead. But that art, quote-unquote art, will live on, even though it's not living. It's been done. But you, Jedi, are my true legacy. Walk, walk, walk your baby gently around the front room. Walk in circles, but not too many in a row, otherwise you might spit up, just like your baby might if she doesn't burp.
And for dinner tonight, we're having sushi, sushi, sushi. Sushi, sushi, sushi.
I just unboxed my new desktop Mac. The first desktop Mac I've picked up in about 6 years. And this is the first time in the past week that I've been in the workshop. And you can see I have the window open barely to try to get a breeze in here. It's cool air because otherwise I'm really hot. I wasn't talking to you.
My web search turned something up for 6 years. Have a look.
Apparently I said something to make Siri trigger 6 years. Oh well. Anyway, this is the new Retina display iMac, 27 inches in all its glory. And now, my next mission is to get the air conditioning fixed so I can enjoy this particular new computer here in the workshop. And then, after I'm done with that, I've got to figure out a way to cover up that Apple logo. I mean, I don't mind having Apple logos in certain parts of my life, but there, I know Apple likes it there, but I gotta find something. I don't want to put a sticker on it. That's kind of tacky. I don't mind being tacky. I love the song Tacky, but I don't want this computer to be tacky. Because it's clean. And so is my workshop. I think some people could sweat through the experience just to use a new computer like that, but I gotta give it some time. Because, man, I don't want to overheat.
It's cold.
I agree.
And you're drinking ice water? I think you were a snowman in your past life.
Do you want to be a snowman? I wonder how many kids are going to come dressed up like that this year. For some reason, this water tastes like watermelon.
It's cold. Brr.
She locked me out, didn't she? I've come to understand that Eli has an awesome car.
It's fun.
But why is it awesome? Why was my brother-in-law lusting after it when he saw you drive up?
Yeah, it's a mid-engine car, which gives it great balance. It's actually like, it's a really, they call it kind of the approachable supercar. Unlike a lot of other cars that have this performance range, this is the one that doesn't try to kill you.
But where do they keep the horses?
It's kind of like Doctor Who. The horses are somewhere very, very far away, and yet they're still nearby.
So when you drive away, I'll hear you go,
Something like that, yeah. Well, you'll certainly hear it.
So does Hector get to sit in the front seat?
What is it?
It's a car.
I mean in the bag.
Is this all carbon fiber?
Yep.
That's so
Oh,
cool.
cool.
Yeah, when they first came out with these, I just fell in love.
I never thought I'd get to sit in R8.
R8, R9, whatever it takes. This is Jedi's bed. It's sitting atop our bed, and it's designed to keep Jedi safe at night, and nothing will be placed in this mini crib of sorts apart from her. And in the middle of the night, if we need to check on her, we can tap this little light button for 3 levels of intensity. It also has a few sounds, including the sound of what it might have sounded like when she was still in Diana's womb, babbling brook, and a song that repeats the same melody over and over again. We hope you liked today's effort enough to remember to like today's vlog, and we'll see you tomorrow.